Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name.
Hello.
Anybody there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for another episode of This Art Johnny Domino podcast, where myself and my brother Giles,
Bro,
listen to songs that we recorded in the past and talk about them. This episode is slightly different because we are not doing that.
We're doing something different, aren't we? We're doing something different. Yeah. It's nice to be back.
It's been a while.
We've had a little bit of a gap.
We have.
And that's because Steve's been moving house.
I've been relocating.
Did it go all right?
It is still going okay.
That's good.
You know what it is like. You just live out boxes and suitcases for a while. But importantly, the stereo is set up.
That's good. That's the main thing.
That's what's important.
Well, I enjoyed the break, actually. It was nice to have a rest from listening to music and trying to formulate coherent thoughts.
Excellent. I think I'm having trouble with that today. But I think we'll warm up eventually.
Yeah, this episode, we are going to be listening to songs that have been sent in by people.
Yes.
Which they've made up in response to our challenge.
The challenge being to write songs round the lyrics that were included in the book Rock Talk, written by Julian Colbeck. As we mentioned previously, Rock Talk by Julian Colbeck is a book that I was bought, I think, by Jim, and throughout the years, it has given us a great deal of entertainment, mostly in the page of lyrics written by a band called Out to Lunch.
Out to Lunch.
Dale and Jonty.
Dale and Jonty, who were there making their songs up in their bedroom.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make it. They were talking to record companies, weren't they? And we learned everything we know from them, book. Really.
From that book, definitely, yes. Yeah, it's a 44-page hardback pamphlet, basically. It's not a biting expose of the rock business, but those lyrics have been very, very entertaining over the years.
The lyrics made us laugh. And the lyrics are very weird.
They're really strange.
The weirdness of the lyrics has come through even more.
Yeah.
Now we've got some different versions of the song that people have recorded. They're extremely weird lyrics, it turns out. And it's been really interesting hearing how different people have interpreted them.
Yeah, every submission that we've had has been completely different, which I think is really interesting. The thing that worries me sometimes is that quite a few of the submissions, the music is too good for the words. You know, people have used up some really, really good music on some fairly shonky lyrics.
I don't know. I think there's just some quite talented people out there, you know. And anyway, I don't want to suck ass too much, but yeah, they're pretty talented. And actually, I was thinking today we need to also discuss further ideas for engagement opportunities because this one's working quite well.
Yeah,
right. So we need to also discuss, Steve, what we might do next. You know, other further challenges. What else can we get people to write songs for?
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
Can we just say that this challenge is not over? So if anybody's listening thinking they've missed their chance, you haven't. This is the first of a couple of episodes that we'll be doing, looking at the submissions that we've had. And if anybody's got any burning desire to get on board, we would be more than happy to receive your specimen.
Or your sample.
Your sample, yes.
We'll process your sample.
Now wash your hands. But the plan is that eventually it will appear as a collection on Bandcamp. It can't really go anywhere else because we are using somebody else's lyrical content, but we might stick it up for free on Bandcamp. That's the plan at the moment, maybe on Artists Against Success. But as we've said, it's been really great to hear from people and to hear what they have done with these lyrics that don't really scan and are rhythmically and linguistically challenging.
Bit weird.
In another little bit of housekeeping, as we mentioned previously, the first volume of The Best of This Our Johnny Domino is available everywhere now. Streaming services, it's on Spotify, Apple Music, it's on Bandcamp, it is on 7 Digital, it's everywhere, and it's on TikTok. So if any of you have young children who are doing TikTokers, let's get a TikTok dance going. Why not? Please press gang your children into making a TikTok reel of a dance to, I don't know.
Home Music is Killing Taping.
Home Music is Killing Taping. I knew you were going to go for that one. That would be good. Or maybe
The Last Mod.
Beautiful.
A really moody dance.
Yes.
Like, are you ready to go into the first song?
Yes.
So the song hasn't got a title in the book.
No.
And I don't know. I think the title has evolved into All Them Trimmings.
All of them,
because
trimmings,
that's all of them trimmings.
I think those are the lyrics. All of them trimmings that come with love.
Okay. All. Yeah. That's a terrible title, man.
Okay, well, think of something better.
Call it all. I just want to call it All Them Trimmings.
All Them Trimmings.
Let's call it All Them Trimmings. Okay, so All Them Trimmings. Sorry, I went really loud then. All Them Trimmings, first version by Will. I think it sounds a bit like Kurt Weill crossed with Ian Curtis.
Interesting. Will is my friend, and he also plays with me in the band Frankie Machine, and he's recording his songs under his name Wilbraham.
Dash of creativity.
It's been a while since I've listened to that because Will sent that in a long time ago. That's better than I remember it being. I mean, I thought it was great when I first heard it, but that's really, really good.
Maybe you're in a better mood today.
Well, that music is way too good for those words.
It's not.
And I like the fact he tried to make the lyrics fit better by adding a whoa.
Oh man, I really like the whoa.
No, it's great.
Whoa. I really like the whoa.
Yeah, it's
really
beautiful.
Like the whoa.
No, me too,
right?
me too.
And he added the whoa. The whoa.
Because you've got to do something to make those words scan.
Well, as you'll find out when you listen to the other ones, no, you don't.
But I think for that, it really works.
I like the fact that Will did.
Yeah.
And he's made a pretty good job of that, I think. Right, that's a nice piece of work, that. And it's got a nice vibe to it. It reminded me of Chris Isaacs, some of the guitar playing, actually.
A little bit, yeah. But I can hear what you said, Kurt Weill crossed with Joy Division. I know what you're saying. Yeah, Kurt Weill with Ian Curtis singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. And he's just like he's kind of like took it in his own direction.
Yeah.
And I think the lyrics sound kind of more meaningful on that one, actually.
Yes.
He made me believe the lyrics. I was starting to think that,
Yeah. Maybe I should settle my conscience before I jump that gun.
Yeah. And I really do need just a little creativity.
Yeah. I mean, are you blind to the ways of the living man? Maybe you are.
And they do, yeah. Anyway, I did. He sold the lyrics to me.
Yeah.
I believed it. And it was a level of poignancy that was, before then undiscovered.
Yeah.
So well done. Well,
good start.
Did a cracking job. I think that was for the first one. We started off with a good one there.
We came out of the gun hot.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and Will has children, right?
He does.
So I'm just trying to think about Will's creativity. You see, and his creativity, and he made that. He made that in a spare moment, right?
Yeah,
spare moments in between fatherly and family duties.
Yeah.
And how do you think that parenthood affects your creativity?
How do I?
Yeah, how do you think it affects your creativity?
It just makes it hard to find the time. I think a lot of the people who have submitted music, we're all of a similar sort of age. We've all got kids. We've all got family responsibilities. We've all got work responsibilities. And the fact that people are using this as a way to engage with their creativity.
Searching for time that just is not there.
Wow.
Does it always have to take this long?
Wow, this song has more layers than I ever imagined.
Yeah. You said don't push it too far. Just let it fade away.
But I had to
do something.
Something before we
feel like because you do feel like you have to do something, don't you?
You do.
I mean, otherwise it's going to fade away. No, I mean, you do feel like you sometimes, seriously though, you do feel like you've got to do something or you're going to go freaking mad.
Yes.
Right? Because you need to do something for yourself, right?
Yeah.
You need a bit of creativity. You need to get it out of your system because you can't just spend your entire life doing the right thing for other people.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Am I getting too deep?
A little bit. I mean, we're one song in and we're already kind of painting these lyrics as a great work of literature.
But that song makes me feel that though.
It's got layers.
Do you know what I mean? The way that Will did it, and thinking about Will, and thinking about the way he portrayed those lyrics, I'd got that feeling,
Yeah.
That's what it said to me. It was about that. Heroic. I thought that was a heroic version.
Yes.
The heroic father.
I'm sure he'll be loving all of this. Yes. But hey, That's track one.
I'm close to tears. I'm not crying, but I am close to tears.
You're close to tears.
Close.
You're not a crier. I'm the crier.
I cry on my own in the car. We're not in the car
Okay.
at the moment.
Okay. Shall we go to the next one?
Ooh.
Yeah, long-time listeners will remember the name of Leon, who was the first entrant into the eternal halls of the four-track gods, with his recordings by Uncle Sham and the jazz funk freestyle workout of Nice Trombone. Now, Leon got in touch and he sent a song under his recording name, Erstwhile Friend. I'm just going to read you his description. He said, I set myself a 2-hour deadline to write and record the thing last night, and I just about made it. Started with a loop using lap steel and pedal board. Added some synth bass. The vocal is the first and only take, which is why the timing is shit in parts. And then stuck on some atmospheric twiddly bits in the choruses. I usually overthink and label my recordings, so I wanted to break free of that in the Johnny Domino spirit of things.
Definitely.
And he says, P.S. Those lyrics are shit, though, aren't they? So I think Leon struggled a little bit to fit the words in.
Well, I have listened to this, and there is there's a telling point in this song that I want you to listen out for, folks, because we're going to know these lyrics very well by the end of these episodes.
Yeah,
but at the point where Leon sings the line about "Girl, are you blind to the ways of living man?" He says, "Girl, you are blind."
Ooh.
It's a subtle twist.
Interesting.
But I think it suits the mood of his song. He says, "Girl, you are blind, not are you blind." It's kind of quite more declarative.
Interesting.
Yeah?
It is a subtle distinction.
And it's quite a subtle song. I think there's this kind of a high sound that comes in on the chorus, which kind of like lifts it a little bit. So you got to get into the mood for this one. There's a fairly obvious reference that I think it sounds like, but
okay,
we'll talk about that at the end.
Blimey, it's got cold in here.
Ooh. Girl, you are blind to the ways of the loving man.
It is interesting how much that changes it.
Yeah, that was Leon's version.
Yes.
Liked it.
What was the reference you thought?
Well, it kind of made me think of Videotape by Radiohead.
Okay.
It's got that kind of bleakness to it.
Yeah.
I think that is, like, for me, probably one of the most depressing Radiohead songs, actually.
That's a long list.
Yeah, I guess. Don't really like that Radiohead song very much, but I do like Leon's song. So it's not a massive reference, but there's something about the vocals and stuff. What do you think?
It made me think of Sparkle Horse.
Oh yeah.
A bit of Sparkle Horse crossed with, the disintegration loops.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know what you're on about. No idea. I said yes, but I don't know what you're talking about.
The disintegration loops it's a series of albums by an American composer whose name is William Basinski. And what he did, he had a load of tape loops and he wanted to digitize them. But he basically let them play for an extended period of time because the tapes were falling apart. So throughout the process of them playing back as tape loops, they start to disintegrate.
Yeah.
And then when he completed it, it coincided with the 9/11 attacks. He was in Brooklyn, so he saw all of that happening while he was working on the music. So it kind of got tied together. They're really great, but there's something similar to it. I was thinking it's a bit This Mortal Coil as well.
Yeah. It made me, I don't know, like I was saying, different versions make me kind of focus on different bits of the lyrics.
Yeah.
What are all them trimmings that come with love? Because in that version, I was thinking that the trimmings are the things that get cut off you.
Oh, man. And they're not like the
extra accoutrements that come with love.
Pretty little non-essential
Extras.
flourishes.
No, they're the trimmings. They're the bit that get cut away.
It's the gristle.
It's the gristle, the trimmings.
All those just bits of crap that come with love. Wow.
Yeah.
We're shedding the trimmings.
On that one, we're definitely shedding the trimmings.
Good God.
We're losing. You're losing parts of yourself on that one, aren't you?
Yeah.
With love. Because, you know, that's part of the bargain, isn't it, mate?
Excellent.
Oh, we're having fun, aren't we?
I never knew this song had so much in it. I think what we need to do is we need to get funky.
You think we need to get funky?
We need to get funky in a kind of Antipodean kind of way.
Oh, do we?
I think we do.
Okay. I think I know where we're going with this.
We're going with our dear friend Mark Elston, ex of the Johnny Domino Experience, and also of the Liberty Ship and Bulldozer Crash, and I'm sure there are other bands he's been in.
There are other things as well, I imagine. You know, he's a bit of a whore, to be honest. Yeah,
he's a bit of a whore. Is that what you said? That's nice. Anyway, he did a version of All Them Trimmings, and he was very much channeling an Antipodean funk pop sex god.
Well, there's only one, isn't there?
Well, unless you're thinking of the lead singer of Men at Work, it's got to be your man Hutchins.
Yeah, definitely. This made me go back and listen to the song that it's obviously ripping off, and at the beginning of "I Need You Tonight" by In Excess, Michael Hutchinson's whispers. I think it's panned, so it's in your ear. He says, "Come over here." But
no, mate, get out of my ear, mate.
On this version, Elston whispers, "You're right. Now then," which is a nice little different take on it. It's like that's his chat line. "You're right. Now then." So are we all ready for that?
Oh God. It's John Shuttleworth.
You're right. Right.
You're right, love.
Come on then.
Searching for time that just is not there. Does it always have to take this long? You said don't push it too far, just let it fade away. But I had to say something before we threw it all away. Just a dash of creativity, that's all it needs. Creativity with all of them trimmings. Creativity, that's all it needs. With all of them trimmings that come with love. So take heed before you jump that gun, settle your conscience. Can't you see what I see? Girl, are you blind to the ways of the loving man? Are you blind to the ways of the loving man? Just a dash of creativity, that's all it needs. Creativity with all of them trimmings. Creativity, that's all it needs. With all of them trimmings that come with love. Just a dash of creativity, that's all it needs. Creativity with all of them trimmings. Creativity, that's all it needs. With all of them trimmings that come with love.
There's some quite worrying noises at the end of that one.
Yeah,
I feel like I had a bit too much of an insight into his personal life there.
Oh, God.
But I did enjoy it.
Look,
I did enjoy it. That was a good one. It was a good one. I like the emphasis on the word dash. It was just a dash of creativity. He emphasised the dash, right? No one else did that, I don't think. It's like
the trimmings that come with love.
Yeah. But it's the dash. You know, he's got a bit of dash, hasn't he, Alston? He's got a bit of dash there, and
you got a dash of
just a dash,
a splash, a splash of
light. That's it. And he's good. You could definitely see where he was coming from with it, couldn't you? Really. It's a pity we never saw any of that influence in his work with Johnny Domino or previously in his own solo work, really. It would have been nice to have a bit more of the kind of the In Excess influence coming through. I didn't realise it was his bag so much, you know.
I'm not sure if it was. I mean, there were bits where it kind of some of it came across as a bit of a Franz Ferdinand type funky guitar bit, that sort of kind of thing. And, you know, he's a big Orange Juice fan as well.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge leap really from that. But we were talking before we started recording about In Excess because we knew we were going to be talking about that song. And you said, what can you say about In Excess?
What can you say?
And we kind of struggled. Until I remembered the story of, as a band, they were old school friends and they spent a lot of time recording an album that they were convinced was going to be the one that really broke them. And they presented it to their record label and the record label offered them $1 million to bin it and re-record it or come away with something completely different.
Yeah.
Because they didn't hear any songs that were going to cross over.
$1 million.
$1 million. That's how much the record label hated it.
Yeah.
They hated it. You know, there's the piddling little Australian band, and they were trying to break into America, and the record label said, just destroy it. We'll pay you that much for it. And the band stuck by their guns, and they believed in that album, and that album was Kick, which was obviously the album that broke them.
It was a massive global smash, wasn't it?
Massive global smash.
Made them that money a lot of times over, I imagine.
Yes. So
credit to them, really, for sticking to their guns, you know.
The cojones, and that's how much record labels know about music.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing, just wanted to mention, we don't often mention other podcasts, but there is a great podcast that people should listen to called Disgraceland, if you've never listened to it before.
Yeah.
Which is a podcast which kind of details the more seedy and sordid aspects of rock and roll history.
Yeah.
And it's very well produced. It's great. It's a very well established podcast. You probably have heard it before. But there's a really good episode on In Excess and Michael Hutchence, which is really well done, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, it's really nicely done. And it makes his story quite moving.
Yeah,
the structure of it is really well done. Disgraceland's kind of branched out into doing things that aren't just about rock stars. They're doing things more about actors and chefs and artists and things like that. But originally, it was strictly all about rock stars. Sometimes tonally they can be a little bit icky, but as you say, the Michael Hutchence one is particularly good.
It's a really
definitely
good one.
worth listening to.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks to that. Thanks, Mark. That was a good one. Nice to hear from you again.
Absolutely. Always nice to hear from anyone, really. Really.
Really?
Really, it's nice.
Really nice.
We don't really want much.
No, just get in touch.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What are we going for now?
Well, okay. Well, the last one from this selection of trimmings.
The last one today
is from Ian Turner. Ian is recording under the name of Motorcade 1. Okay. But you will remember Ian because he was
me.
one.
I will.
You will remember. You will remember. I'm talking to you.
Me, not the listener.
I don't like to assume that anyone's listening, but Ian was one half of Derby indie pop legends, the Almanacs.
Yeah. Well, his name is Ian Almanac. That's how I know him.
Nah, well, he's not. That's not actually his name, unfortunately.
Well, it is.
Okay, well, in a similar way, I was Steve Miller.
Yes, the best of Steve Miller.
I was the best of Steve Miller.
The best of Steve Miller.
And he was the best of... That one-sided flexi disc, the best of Steve Miller. The best of Ian Almanac. Yes. And he's done his own version of this. I don't want to be self-aggrandizing, but I'm going to be. Ian sent us a really nice message.
Don't read it.
I'm not going to read it all, but I think what I really liked about it is it ties into what we were saying because, he's enjoying the podcast. And he said, it's helped me to start getting creative again and thinking about ideas for songs that started with doing a version of what he calls Out to Lunch, but is now All Them Trimmings and hasn't really stopped since. And I think that's really great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great news. Send us some more stuff when you do it, Ian.
Yeah.
That sounds great, man.
And I've also asked him to kind of look into his archives because the Almanacs, they were like mid to late 80s, I think, when we started playing in Derby as the Millers, which was maybe early 90s then. Early 90s, but they were definitely around and we used to see them play.
Yeah.
But it's nice that he's getting just a dash of creativity in his life.
That's all he needed.
Anyway, this is Ian's version, Motorcade 1's version of Out to Lunch / All Them Trimmings.
Let's go.
Searching for time, just is not there. Does it always have to take this long? Don't push it too far, just let it fade away. But I felt I had to do something before we threw it all away. Just a dash of creativity, that's all it needed.
Nice. I'm liking the atmosphere at the end of that. I love that organ bit at the end as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like
It's
the
so good.
do do do.
It's really lovely.
It's really lovely.
That come with love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact
melody.
You've got like a minor key verse, and then it kind of lifts it by going to the major in the chorus, and it's just a really nicely written song.
Artfully done, that isn't it?
Artfully done, yes.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. Quality. Did it remind you anything? Did it bring anything to mind, that version? Any kind of references there?
Possibly, a particularly 80s style of kind of bedroom pop, like Lloyd Cole or Phelps, or something like that.
Yeah, kind of. Is that? And I really like that sort of thing. Anyway, It made me think of It's Immaterial, Driving Away from Home. Driving away from home. It's kind of like a road type song. It's got a bit of momentum to it, I think.
Yeah,
and it made me think of that. I really like that song.
A nice little shuffle.
Driving Away from Home. That's a cool song. He goes, I like that shop too. You can get anything there. So just get in and we'll go for a ride. Yeah. Anyway, so that's good. We like that.
Very much enjoyed that.
Particularly like the focus on that come with love on there. See, everybody emphasizes different bits. It's great.
But when it sort of goes back into the minor as he sings that come with love.
Yeah.
So maybe those trimmings, you get all the great stuff of love, but then you get lots of trimmings as well. It goes to the minor a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's
wistful.
It's wistful, but maybe it's not all, rainbows and flowers.
It's not.
Sometimes you've got to have an argument about who's going to put the bin out.
But every week, do we have to argue about it every week?
It seems that way.
Yeah.
It seems that way sometimes.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
Yeah. So I was just thinking about It's Immaterial.
Driving away.
You see, I preferred the follow-up single, which didn't do anything. It was called Ed's Funky Diner.
Did you?
Funky. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. What was? I don't even remember that one.
No, it was a good one. It was a pretty good one.
I'll listen to it.
Okay. But yeah, Ed's Funky Dynamite. It's immaterial.
Good.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So there you go.
We've had 4 versions of all them trimmings.
We've had some of all of them trimmings.
Yeah, it's been very nice. I've enjoyed it.
It's
been good. There is no prize. It's just fun to do it, right?
The prize is doing it. The prize is doing it.
And I have been thinking about further engagement opportunities. We need some more ideas for things that people can write songs about.
Yes.
Or different themes, if you like.
Yeah, like a topic or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any?
No, I'm just saying we will think about it. I'm still stuck in the trimmings.
I've got a few. Here we go.
Oh, good. Go on.
All right. Hot tubs. Hot tubs.
Yeah, but you were talking about how Elston's version, the kind of the funky noises that he made at the end, made you feel like you were hearing too much information. What about hot tubs?
Hot Tub Kids. That's the title. Hot Tub Kids. Oh, okay. There's one. Okay, Okay. What about if we set people the challenge to write songs, a song about different birds of the UK?
Yeah. Look, I'll just let you get it out of your system. Come on.
Yeah,
let's have them all.
You don't like that one? You don't like that one?
But I don't mind any of them.
Okay. Maybe the listener can let us know which they like. What about this one, right? Okay, this might be a bit high concept.
Go on.
Literal versions of theme songs from 80s from classic movies.
Okay.
So, for example, you do a version of a song of the theme tune from a movie, but then you make the lyrics literally describe what happens in the movie.
Oh, now that I quite like.
Yeah. Okay. So just remind me what the Star Wars tune go like. That's it. So I am a farmer's boy and I live on a
Tatooine.
Yeah. There's an old guy and 2 robots and we went on a mission. Like that kind of thing.
Okay. That's interesting. Yes. I mean, that's...
We met a space pirate and his furry friend. Yeah, all right. Anyway.
You've lost me now.
Okay, all right. What about songs about being over 50? That's too depressing, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, all of these songs, we basically took all of those songs and made them to be about being over 50.
What songs?
Yeah, all of them trimmings.
You mean we took all of those trimmings? It's all about different aspects of being over 50, is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
that isn't there.
We could make. What about songs about really boring consumer items?
Okay.
I don't know. Look, I'll keep thinking that. I can tell you don't like any of those ideas.
Save all these great ideas for later.
Okay, I'll try and come up with some more.
Yeah. But as we said earlier, this is the first volume of the submissions, the specimens, the samples that have been given to us of different people's work, using as source material the words by Dale and Jonty for the song by Out to Lunch, and we're calling it All Them Trimmings. I'd like to say thank you to Will, Leon, Mark, and Ian for submitting their work to us. We've really, really, really enjoyed listening to them.
We did.
Especially because all of them are so completely different.
Yeah. And if you're inspired by this, the lyrics to the song are on the show notes. And if you want to have a go at recording one, you can record a version of the song and we'll include it in a future episode, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. All submissions gratefully received.
The challenge is not over. I'm sure there are many more interpretations that are possible.
Yes.
But I think we might, on the next episode, go back to a more pure version of the podcast, sticking to its roots. We're not selling out, are we, Steve?
Talking about us. Us.
Yeah. We're going to go back to the stuff that the people didn't like, as usual.
Yes. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast.
Hold on there a minute. Wait a second. Not finished yet.
Okay.
I've got another section.
Have you?
Got a question for you. For you.
Go on.
Right. Okay. Well, just, I just want to, again, flag up the fact that the best of this, our Johnny Domino, Volume 1, is out and available on Spotify and other music streaming platforms.
Yes.
And the front cover is, well, I think it's a fairly intriguing image, but then I would, of a man on a horse.
Or, as we would say in Ilkeston, a mester on a bobbo.
Yeah. And the question is, which one of us is the rider and which one of us is the horse, Steve?
Yes, that was the question that was put to me.
Well, what do you think? I think the answer's fairly clear, that I am the rider.
And I am the horse.
And you are the horse. But anyone else got any thoughts on that? Let us know.
Absolutely. Let's throw it open to people.
Throw it open to people.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a T-shirt. I'll show you on Instagram.
Yes.
If you want to buy one, you can get one. I'll send you the link. They're not very cheap, though. But you can buy a T-shirt of the album cover.
That'd be amazing.
If you want. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I might get one. What colours are the T-shirts going to be?
Whatever colour you want. I've got a white one.
All them trimmings.
Mm.
What was it Elston said at the start of this song? You're eight.
No, he said something like, "You're right. You're right. Now then."
Steady.
All right, now then.
I'd love it if you go, steady. You're eight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Mm.
Lovely. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Please subscribe and like wherever you're listening to right now. And go to the show notes, follow the links, connect with us on Instagram and Facebook. Listen to our stuff on Spotify and other less controversial streaming services. And we'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
We will. It's been fun. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you soon.
Steady on. Now then.
You're right.